the street. I'm for you to die.
Man, it feels so good out, you guys. Oh, I love riding in this weather. This weather is perfect. No clouds, sun, cool breeze. It just doesn't get any better than this right here. No, hardly any road hazards other than just other motorists. Just the other motorists, baby. Oh, and that little groove that I keep dancing over. Trying to get away from it, keeps following me. Did you guys see that? It keeps following me across the road. Come on, man. Trying to take a brother out. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to talk about today, you guys, was attitude and how important it is when you're riding your bike. The reason why I bring this up is because I've been seeing a lot of videos popping up on YouTube lately involving not just motorists raging, road raging on bikers, but also motorcyclists who get really upset anytime somebody does something they don't like, and then they take it upon themselves to sort of be a traffic cop and to, you know, maybe flip the guy off, honk at him, swerve at him, yell and scream profanities at him. And you know, I get it, I understand, and I actually used to be like that too. I would let it get to me when people were being knuckleheads. And what helped me to understand that, you know, not to take it personally, is that you know, I have family that are getting older too, and they still need to drive. They still need to go get groceries and stuff like that. And they're getting older, and so, you know, it's harder for them to, you know, stay in tune with the surroundings around them. And I know a couple times riding with them, I was a little scared. I was like, uh-oh, you know, but luckily the Lord was watching out for us, and so nothing happened. But it gave me a bit of insight to understand that, you know, you shouldn't judge other motorists harshly. Obviously, there are times where you might see somebody busy texting on their phone, and that kind of behavior is inexcusable, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I mean, if you let every little thing that they do wrong get to you, it's going to ruin your experience overall. Something to think about is your motorcycle is essentially like a roller coaster ride that was built just for you. Only you ride on it, so you don't have to worry about, you know, waiting in line anytime you go to the amusement park to ride on it. It's always there, and it's always available for you to ride on. So why are you going to let another motorist making knucklehead decisions ruin your ride? You know what I mean? And I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. People do some pretty stupid stuff out there, man, and it really impedes your ability to stay safe. And it can get frustrating when you're trying to stay safe and somebody does something real stupid, especially when you look over and you see they're too busy texting or talking on the phone. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying just ignore people. Obviously, you have to keep your head on a swivel. You always got to be on the lookout for stuff. I'm just saying, use your best judgment, but for the most part, don't let it get to you. You know, people are always going to be doing stupid stuff. That's the thing. We're human. That's literally in the job description, to be human. Once you get that mindset, you'll find it's going to be a lot easier for you to cope with everything. You're not going to have to worry about people like, oh my God, is this guy going to, I'm going to get so pissed if he does. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Just anticipate whether or not he's going to, or he or she, you know, whoever the motorist is going to do something stupid, and just try to counter it. Be ready for it, but don't let it get to you. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of, like I said earlier, a lot of these videos where motorcyclists have taken it upon themselves to be traffic cops. You know, they'll go out and they'll constantly be running into people doing stupid stuff, and then they'll honk at them, flip them off, scream obscenities at them, and this and that. And it's like, yeah, you're scaring the crap out of them, and probably their kids too. But what are you really doing? Are you helping that person to become a better, safer motorist for everybody? And the answer is probably not. You know, if anything, what can happen is you can piss them off, and because they're in a car and you're on a motorcycle, you're at a disadvantage. Especially if you're on a slow motorcycle that can't outrun anything other than a dairy cow. You know what I mean? So just something to keep in mind, man. Your ride is what you make of it. All right? Your ride is what you make of it. If you allow things to bother you, you're not going to have a good time because you're going to be too busy sitting there and straightening people out. And I guess that's the message I'm trying to get across to you. Because when you start taking it personally, that's when you're going to have a bad time. You're just going to get into this mode where every time you go out, you're going to start looking for something to go wrong. You're going to start waiting for that guy to cut you off, or that person to run through the stop sign thinking you're a bicycle or something, you know what I mean, with lights on. And you're just like, I knew that was going to happen. But if you have that negative outlook of it, you know, seeing the glass half empty instead of half full, instead think, well, I'm glad I saw that coming. That was a disaster avoided, you know what I mean? And then you don't have to worry about it. Then it's a lot easier to realize, oh, you know what? Boom, it's like a video game. I just avoided that obstacle, you know, and then you're good. That's the main thing to realize is when you go on your bike, you don't get on your bike to not have a good time. You don't get on your bike to go out and judge other motorists or to act as a traffic cop and sit there and, you know, give people a hard time for doing stupid stuff. You get on to have fun. And, you know, some of us do it because it's our primary mode of transportation. I get that. But for the most part, you can have plenty of fun and not have to worry about that bad stuff, not let the bad stuff get you, you know what I mean? And that's why I say don't sweat the small stuff. Just go with the flow. Oh, we are going home after a long, long day. That is a good looking chopper, you guys. Woo, that is a good looking chopper. Nice bike, man. That's gorgeous. Of course, man. That looks... Thanks. I wanted to get a Harley. I couldn't afford it, man, so I went with this, and that's like, it's all right. It is. It is, man. See, whoever said Harley guys aren't cool. Cool pro tip for riding motorcycles. If you want a Harley but you couldn't afford one and you ride next to a Harley, you can pretend like you're riding a Harley. If you watch a YouTube channel, a YouTuber, Dan the Fireman, great guy, always gives us good tips. A lot of times his subscribers, they will actually send him in footage that they find on YouTube at other places of crashes or people, you know, stunting and doing dumb stuff. So he'll sit there and he doesn't make fun of the people. It's not those kinds of videos that he does. Because he's a MSF instructor, what he will do is he will actually sit there and break apart what went right, what went wrong, and how we can learn from that person's mistake. And that is a great tool to have. Alright, we're almost home, you guys, so I'm gonna wrap this up. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos, you guys. I'm glad I got to do this video for you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can see anytime I upload videos. And feel free to leave some love, of course. Alright, you guys, until next time, ride safe and have fun. Peace!